Hello and welcome to episode 9 of my Planet Coaster tutorial Let's Play series. This episode will be on creating a custom food shop and drink shop if we have time. First, let's show you my coaster improvements. So over here I've positioned another festive toilet, and I've put down some scenery props and other scenery, as in the boulder, sleeping dragon, and basically all that was to achieve was 100% in my scenery rating, which is pumping the prestige up nicely. So again, that coaster now is going to be continually used. It will never get old for my guests. So there we are, that's what we aim for every ride we add to our park. Right, now then, getting on to this episode. So we're going to need food and drink, as you can see denoted by the hunger and thirst on the people's needs. No matter who I click on, one of them, either food or drink, is going to be showing as, well, there you go, critical. So let's first pause and show you then how to do a food and drink shop. Now here's a pro tip for you. When you create your food shop, forget whether it's a custom shop or not, but whenever you create a food and drink shop, never place it next to the path. Always have a path going to it. So let's show you what I'm talking about. So if we go to shops and facilities, and we'll do a food shop first, and let's do a fairy tale, no wait a minute, let's do a festive food stall, as it is still Christmas. Okay, so what I'm saying is, let's first do the Z key and turn it around. So what I'm saying is, never have your food shops or drink shops like that. Why? Because if you place it there, they will start queuing for the food or the drink, and they'll queue across your path, which will then impede, get in the way of your cleaners, your mechanic, and your staff in general, and so they'll also get in the way of other guests. So what you want to do to have the perfect shop placement, go as far back as it will allow you with the path, like so. Now, because I'm going to make a custom shop, let's spin it around so we can look at this head on, and we'll place it just there. Yeah, a bit further away from that attraction. Okay, so just there we'll place it. So if I left click, great, we got a food shop. Now, in order to make this a custom food shop, what we're going to do is add some scenery around it. So we're going to go into scenery, and we're going to go into nature. Oh, wait a minute, no, we're going to go into props. Yeah, props. And what we're going to do is we're going to go into miscellaneous. So looking in here, you can see it's got some nice items for the theme of this festive shop. So what I'm going to do, and remember, okay, I'm not trying to tell you this is how the design of the shop, I'm just trying to show you how to make custom shops. So what I'm going to do may look awful, but at least you'll understand how to do it, hopefully. So we're going to click, I'm going to click on this confectionery candy lollipop and use the Z key to spin it around so it's facing us, and, like so, and let's place it about there. None of this is going to be perfect, okay? I'm not a perfectionist by any means. And let's place another one over that side, like so. Okay, now let's place something else. So let's have a look. Alright, okay, let's have a bit of chocolate. Everyone likes chocolate, I do especially. So we'll click on chocolate. Now I've chose this chocolate on purpose because look what's happened. it's placing it on the floor. So if I was to click there for one there and click one there, that's curious that when you place one you get an opportunity to place another. But anyway, I'm going to show you with it like flat on the ground. So placing it like that's no good at all, is it? So what we can do, if we left click on that, and if we now press the M key for move, we can now do the shift key to first of all raise it up. Okay, so I'll get it to the height that I want, that height, and then left click to place it. Now I will press the X key, which brings up the axis. Now if I press the X key, and this is where the magic bit comes in, if you press the X key a second time, it brings up this axis grid. Now if you go first of all to the green bar and left click, keep it pressed, move it around like so. Now go to the red access bar, left click and drag. You see what I'm doing? There we go. Okay, I'm happy with that one. Let's click OK. Now let's click this one, press the M key for move. Now the left shift key, about there. Again, I'm not a perfectionist, this might not be exactly the same height. The thing I'm trying to show you is how to do it. So left click when you've got it at the desired height. Now press the X key once, press it again twice. That gets us the axis bars. Now left click, drag the green bar around like so. Let go. Now left click the red bar, drag that down like so. Might need to do it a little bit more. There we go, that's good enough. Like I say, I'm not trying to get perfection here. If we now click OK on that. Right, okay, so this is an example of what you can do to customize your shops. Now the thing is, right, some of y'all might spend hours adding lots of little bits and bobs to your shop. So you don't want to have to keep doing that, do you? You want to, when you've made one and it's the way you like it, you want to be able to replicate all of that, don't you, without having to do each individual component again. So here's where Planet Coaster gets super cool. What we're going to do, we're going to left click down here on the multi-selection tool. We're going to left click on this one, drag to select multiple items. We're going to press the control key and keep it pressed. We're first going to left click this item. Now it's appeared in there. Now we left click this item. That's appeared in there as well. Now we left click the shop. That's now in there. Now we left click this item, and lastly this one. Now what we do is we left click on add standalone scenery to the selected building. Okay, now we click save item as a blueprint, so left click again. That now brings up this blueprints window. Left click new blueprint, give the blueprint a name, so I'll call it a candy shop. Enter a description. Just to give you an examples. Okay, so surrounded by sweets. I'll leave the price defaulted on what it is. Now we need to add a tag. You must add a tag. And of course that's good because we can say food. And now we click create blueprint. And there we are. Now, if we want to create another one of these, okay, we can go to my blueprints and go to shops and facilities, and there is our candy shop. So if we left click on it, we can now place as many as we want, or we can duplicate it. But the fact of the matter is that I've done that one there. I can now do that whenever I want just by simply clicking it out of the blueprints. Now how super cool is that? Now I'm rubbish, okay? I'm absolute rubbish at design. I've never claimed to be any kind of designer. That's Rainstorm if you want design. But I just wanted to show you how you can get really super cool, clever with all your buildings and your scenery, adding the scenery to them in custom. So there we go. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. I don't think we got enough time to do a drink shop. In fact, we might have. We got 4 minutes. So, okay, let's do drinks, because remember that's what they're mainly asking for. So what I'm going to do is I won't design a drink shop at the moment. I'm simply going to go to shops and facilities, drink shops, and what drink shop shall we have? Let's have a Fairy Tale Town drinks stall. Okay, so let's take it back as far as it will go, remember, because we don't want them queuing on our main path if we can help it. And we'll just stick it down there. Okay, now let's open these shops. So if I click on that one, oh, it is open, it's because it's paused. So let's unpause. We can now see if we're going to get their happiness levels up. So this will hopefully do there first. Let's see. Of course, when you've done that, the next thing you must do is go like a complete nutter and place down loads of bins. Because otherwise your janitors are going to be so upset with you. And don't place the bins on your pathing, place them off of it. They will still use the bins, even if they're not actually on the path. So now that we have shops, we must have bins. Because otherwise, as you know, people can be litter bugs. There we go. So yeah, very important to place your bins. Okay, well in the next episode we're going to take a look at staff. I will go into the shop details. Well, in fact we've got a little bit of time left, so let's have a quick look at the shops. So first of all, this shop. What you can do with this shop, if I select it first of all correctly. So we've got here shop information. It's going to tell us the guest thoughts on it as time goes on, but because it's just open we'll have hardly any feedback yet. Over here we've got items for sale. What we can do is we can change the prices. Again, don't do it. If you're just starting a new world, leave them all defaulted. If you start increasing the price, you're going to make people unhappy. They won't buy the drinks, and you'll see people keeling over and dying of thirst or leaving your park because they'll refuse to buy a drink even if they're half dead of thirst. So just when you start a new world, just leave them all defaulted. If you improve your world so you make it super cool and they're all jumping and dancing around doing jigs because they're all super happy, then you can start to squeeze them as the real world parks do. So you know, but for now just leave it all defaulted. What you want to do though is price sync. So whenever you place another coffee shop, it will have the same prices. They'll all the coffee shops after clicking that will have by default all the same prices. So if I did raise that price, that's going to be the same raise in the next coffee shop. Very important to do that. Okay, lastly we have finances. Oh, there's the timer. I started, so I shall finish. Okay, over here you've got your income. If we go over to the food shop, like so. Again, over here on the food shop, you've got your overview, you've got your items. You've got under each item, which I didn't show on the coffee shop, so I'll show it on this one. Say for example the green goo mint ice cream. Notice that they all have this little extras underneath them. You see? What you can do, and this is why I love the Tycoon Planet Coaster games. They're just fantastic, just because look at how far you can drill down. So if we go to extras, we can add some sprinkles. And we can either say a little, some, or a lot. So let's just go with some, shall we? And if we go to the green goo mint ice cream, if we go to fudge pieces, and let's add a little. So you see how you can customize each food, and then you can justify increasing its price. Remember to tick the sync the prices on your food as well. So there we are. You can go through customizing them all and then increasing their prices after you've added a load of components. Okay, right, okay, that's about it for this episode. Wherever you are in the world, God bless you and keep every last one of you safe. Thank you for watching and have a fantastic day. Goodbye.